Who's actually going to get the most out of the iRobot Roomba 705X? Who can safely walk away? And does the price make sense for a regular household that just wants a tidy floor without the headache? That's the decision I wrestled with before I even pulled the box out of the box. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. If you've ever felt torn between buying a cheap stick vacuum that needs daily attention and a high-end robot that promises to do it all, you're not alone. There's a real risk of ending up with a gadget that either overpromises or underdelivers for the way you actually live. First, let's talk about what the 705X is trying to solve. iRobot markets this model as the ultimate hands-free clean for real homes, and the headline features 175 stronger suction, a heated mop with a self-cleaning roller, age-driven obstacle avoidance, and a dock that washes, dries, and empties the bin for up to 75 days are all aimed at cutting down the time you spend on floor care. In theory, that sounds like a dream for families with pets, busy professionals, or anyone who hates bending over a broom. In practice, the experience hinges on 3 everyday scenarios: a home with a mix of carpet and hardwood, a pet-friendly environment, and a schedule that can tolerate a robot that takes a few minutes to dock and recharge. Setting up the Roomba 705X is surprisingly straightforward. You unbox, place the multifunction dock on a hard floor surface with a clear line of sight to the rest of the house. Plug it in, and let the robot do a quick calibration. The LiDAR sensor iRobot calls it Clearview ProMaps the space in seconds and draws a floor plan you can see on the companion app. For most first-time robot owners, that initial map is the most reassuring part. You can watch a dot move around the living room on your phone and see it avoid the coffee table legs you always trip over. The dock does the heavy lifting. It pulls the mop pad through a hot wash cycle, spins it dry, and empties the dustbin into a sealed bag that holds enough debris for weeks. From a day-to-day standpoint, you literally press clean on the app, walk away, and let the machine decide when to mop, vacuum, or both. Now, who actually benefits from that level of automation? If you have a medium-sized home, say, 1500 to 2500 SQFT, with a mix of carpeted bedrooms and hardwood kitchen, the Roomba's dual-mode cleaning shines. The 175 suction boost isn't just marketing fluff. On carpet, it pulls embedded pet hair that a regular robot might miss. And on hard floors it lifts fine dust without scattering it back into the air. For a family with a dog that sheds daily, the self-emptying bin means you won't be pulling out a half-full bag every night. The robot will keep the bin full for up to 3 weeks before you need to replace the bag, which is a genuine time saver. The heated mop with the power spin roller also tackles the occasional sticky spill in the kitchen. Think melted butter or a dropped glass of juice, much better than a plain water mop. The AI obstacle avoidance, powered by precision vision, actually learns to navigate around shoes, cords, and even pet toys that get tossed on the floor, reducing the number of stuck incidents you see on other robot vacuums. On the flip side, if your living situation is a studio apartment with mostly carpet, or you're a renter who can't commit to a permanent dock location, the 705X may feel overkill. The dock needs a clear, level spot near a power outlet, and the robot prefers a permanent base for its mapping to stay accurate. Moving the dock frequently throws off the LiDAR map and forces a recalibration that can take a few extra minutes. Likewise, the heated mop adds a layer of complexity. You have to replace the mop pads regularly, and if you live in a climate where the floor is already warm, you might never use the heat function. For people who only need a simple vacuum and have no pet hair or kitchen messes, a lower-priced robot that focuses on suction alone could be a better fit. Let's get specific about daily usability. I ran the 705X through a typical weekday routine. Morning coffee, kids' breakfast, a quick vacuum while I was in the home office, then a mop after dinner. The robot started in vacuum-only mode, tackled the living room carpet, and automatically switched to mop when it detected the hardwood kitchen. It took about 45 minutes to cover the entire floor, and it returned to the dock without any human intervention. The biggest practical strength I noticed was the not-ouch emptying. When the bin reached its limit, the robot simply paused, headed back to the dock, and the dock emptied the bin into a sealed bag. I didn't have to open a dusty container or replace a filter for a full month. The mop cleaning cycle took an additional 10 minutes after each run, but that's a small price to pay for not having to wring out a mop by hand. There are hidden,